The high school courtyard pulses with the chaotic energy of teenagers, a vibrant tapestry of youthful ambition and fleeting moments. Above each student's head, a softly glowing number flickers and updates, a silent, constant judgment of their worth. Aria, her number, a comfortable 7.4, navigates the throng, a pleasant smile masking any deeper anxieties. She exchanges a quick, friendly nod with Chloe, whose 8.1 glows a slightly brighter emerald, a subtle hint of superiority. The ambient hum of social interaction is punctuated by the almost imperceptible flickers of numbers, fortunes rising and falling. In this world of visible metrics, every glance is a calculation, every interaction, a subtle reevaluation of one's place. Aria, a young student, diligently takes notes at her desk, her assigned number 7.4 hovering above like a silent judgment. Around her, students are engrossed in tablets, their faces illuminated by the screens, oblivious to the world. A large display at the front scrolls through top scores, a constant, stark reminder of the academic hierarchy. Mr. Harrison stands at the front, his gaze sweeping over the students, a silent arbiter of their academic fate. He calls on a student whose number, 8.9, pulses with confident blue, a visual testament to their superior standing. In a bustling school hallway, Aria walks with quiet purpose, her 7.4 number, a silent companion in the morning chaos. Students around her are transfixed by their phones, some with wide, anxious eyes as their numbers fluctuate wildly. A group of popular students, their numbers soaring above 8.5, erupts in boisterous laughter, drawing all eyes. Their joyful clamor echoes through the corridor, a stark contrast to the subdued hum of others. Aria glances down at her own number. A fleeting moment of quiet reassurance washes over her face. She continues, a silent observer in the complex dance of social scores and digital identities. Aria sits at her classroom desk, her eyes glazed over, lost in the mesmerizing glow of her phone screen. A faint flicker of boredom dances in her eyes as she mindlessly scrolls, time slipping by unnoticed. Suddenly, a sharp, jarring buzz from her phone shatters the quiet, making her eyes snap wide. A low, unsettling hum of whispers begins to ripple through the front of the classroom, growing steadily louder. The whispers intensify, a rising tide of sound, drawing Aria's head up with a jolt. A knot of cold unease tightens in Aria's stomach as she scans the room, sensing an unknown dread. A vibrant school hallway screen, usually a beacon of achievements, now displays a stark, unsettling message. The name, Aria Mendoza, flashes ominously, followed by the devastating score, 0. Surrounding numbers, once bright with success, dim into insignificance, their luster fading in the screen's harsh glow. Whispers rise from a nearby classroom, a growing murmur of disbelief and shock. An audible gasp shatters the silence, echoing the collective horror at Aria's catastrophic failure. Aria's intense gaze shifts from the hallway screen, a silent dread beginning to creep into her heart. Her eyes fixate on her own number, now starkly displayed above her, a chilling 0. The number is a dead gray, an undeniable verdict that steals the breath from her lungs. The classroom falls into an abrupt, unsettling silence, the lively buzz of conversation dying instantly. Jake, with a score of 6.8, subtly shifts his chair away from Aria, a small movement speaking volumes. The imperceptible shift of Jake's chair seals Aria's fate, isolating her in a sudden, profound silence. The cafeteria roars with the vibrant chaos of lunchtime, a symphony of laughter and excited chatter. Yet, at one table, Aria sits in an eerie pocket of silence, an invisible barrier pushing everyone away. An empty circle isolates her, a stark void amidst the bustling, vibrant energy of the room. Students hurry past, their gazes averted, their glowing numbers a constant, cruel reminder of her solitude. Before her, a sad, untouched lunch tray mocks the untouched food, mirroring her own isolation. Aria navigates the bustling school hallway, her backpack a silent burden against her shoulder. Teachers who once offered warm smiles now avert their gazes, their attention drawn to other students. She tries to catch their eyes, but is met with blank stares or quick turns of heads. The silence surrounding her is palpable, a stark contrast to the usual school chatter. An invisible wall of indifference isolates Aria, amidst the vibrant energy of the hallway. Aria stands before her locker, its digital lock humming softly, an expectant look on her face. A flicker of frustration crosses her face as she taps the unresponsive pad, the locker number incorrect. She taps again, more insistently, but the system remains inert, a silent defiance. Nearby students glance, their lockers glowing with unsettling indifference, before quickly looking away from Aria's struggle. Aria approaches the school entrance, her ID card clutched tightly in her hand, a flicker of hope in her eyes. The scanner light flickers hesitantly, then settles on an unforgiving solid red, a cruel harbinger of rejection. Behind her, a line of students grows, their audible sighs of impatience, a heavy burden on Aria's shoulders. Mr. Davis, the security guard, watches with a mix of pity and annoyance, his gaze a silent judgment. He waves her through with a resigned gesture, the mocking 0 on the scanner glowing like a brand of shame. Aria sits on her bed, bathed in the dim, melancholic light of her room, her gaze transfixed by her reflection. The ghostly 0 hovers eerily beside her face in the mirror, a translucent phantom of despair. Her room, steeped in shadow, mirrors the profound sorrow etched upon her features. Slowly, her finger trembles as it traces the cold, unforgiving outline of the 0 on the glass. A wave of disbelief washes over her, a crushing tide of despair in her eyes. The stark reality of the 0 in the mirror reflects her crumbling hope, a chilling visual of her fate. In her bedroom, Aria meticulously arranges a plate of food, adjusting the lighting with a surgeon's precision. Her brow furrowed in concentration, she types a caption on her phone, crafting the perfect digital facade. The screen explodes with notifications as her post goes live, a number 7.6 steadily climbing with each like and share. A forced, performative smile flashes across Aria's face, a hollow victory in the glow of her phone. In the soft glow of her phone, Aria's tired face is illuminated as she scrolls through her feed, her eyes heavy with exhaustion. A notification from a friend appears, and Aria hesitates, the weight of immediate response pressing down on her. Near her, a small display flickers with the number 7.5, then subtly dips, a silent harbinger of unseen pressure. With a deep sigh, Aria closes the app, the glowing screen dimming, and the weight of the digital world momentarily lifted. In the soft glow of her bedroom, Aria stares blankly at her phone, a half-written post frozen on the screen. With a decisive swipe, she deletes the words, the digital remnants of a fleeting thought vanishing. She closes the app, her gaze lingering on the stagnant number 7.4, a stark symbol of her fading engagement. The once vibrant joy of curating herself has long since vanished, leaving behind a quiet emptiness. In her quiet bedroom, Aria stares at her reflection, a chilling 0 rating hovering above her image like a digital brand. The stark, unforgiving number pierces the silence, a constant reminder of her digital standing. A flicker of understanding crosses Aria's face, a dawning, unsettling realization. Her recent disengagement from the algorithm, her quiet rebellion, might have been the very cause of this digital condemnation. The only sound in the oppressive silence is Aria's slow, steady breathing, a testament to her fragile existence. In Aria's room, the morning light streams in, revealing the stark 0 still hovering before her eyes. A subtle shift plays across Aria's features, a quiet defiance replacing her usual dread. With newfound, quiet determination, Aria rises from her bed, the digital 0 a silent challenge. She selects her clothes, not for their appearance, but for their comfort, a small act of rebellion. The morning light illuminates Aria's room, a new day dawning with a flicker of hope in her eyes. Aria approaches the school entrance, her steps slow and deliberate amidst the hurried pace of other students. She holds her head high, her gaze unwavering, as the bustling crowd instinctively makes way for her. The 0 above her head is still visible, a silent testament to her past, yet it no longer burdens her. She walks with a newfound resolve, an ethereal calm surrounding her as she enters the school. Mr. Harrison lectures, his gaze sweeping over the students, pointedly avoiding Aria, a silent challenge in the air. He poses a question, and a flurry of hands shoot up, eager to prove their knowledge. Undeterred, Aria slowly raises her hand, a calm and resolute defiance etched on her face. A ripple of quiet surprise moves through the room as other students hesitate. Sensing the tension, Mr. Harrison blinks, caught off guard, a flicker of surprise in his eyes. He clears his throat, a subtle hint of discomfort in his voice as he addresses the student. "Yes, Aria?" he asks, his gaze fixed on her, awaiting her response. Aria answers with unwavering confidence, her voice clear and strong, cutting through the classroom quiet. Her eyes remain steady, not glancing at the screen, her number, or her peers. She simply states the correct answer, a quiet triumph in her precise delivery. In the history class, a few students, including Chloe, turn their heads to look at Aria. Their gaze is not of judgment or pity, but filled with a genuine, raw curiosity. They truly look at her, perhaps for the very first time, seeing beyond the glowing zero. A moment of profound recognition passes between them, a silent acknowledgement of her presence. Aria walks through the bustling school hallway, a serene calm amidst the vibrant chaos of after-class energy. Leo approaches, his steps hesitant, his anxiety palpable as the number on his wrist flickers erratically. His wide eyes meet Aria's, a silent question hanging in the air. He glances quickly at her wrist, a stark zero visible, then back to her face, a mix of fear and hope in his gaze. His voice wavers. "I think my number's dropping. Does it feel scary?" The flickering number on Leo's wrist pulses with his unspoken dread, a stark contrast to Aria's calm. In the school hallway, Aria's gaze drops to Leo, a soft, knowing smile beginning to form on her lips. Her eyes then lift, drawn to the stark, glowing zero above her own head, a silent testament to her fate. Aria's voice, gentle, yet imbued with unwavering resolve, breaks the silence, her smile deepening. "It did," she states, the simple words hanging in the air, charged with unspoken meaning. She pauses, allowing the profound weight of her declaration to settle between them, an emotional chasm. Leo remains utterly captivated, his gaze fixed on Aria, awaiting the next beat of her revelation. In the bustling school hallway, Leo's gaze locks onto Aria, a question etched deep within his eyes. Aria's lips curl into a subtle, knowing smile, a hint of newfound confidence shimmering. The once dreaded zero now seems to glow with an inexplicable, defiant pride around Aria. Leo's voice, filled with wonder, breaks the silence. "What changed?" Aria meets his gaze, her answer resonating with quiet power. "I stopped letting it decide who I was." The hallway hums with the unspoken truth of her transformation, a testament to her inner strength. The cafeteria hums with its usual chaotic symphony of chatter and clatter, a backdrop to quiet lives. Amidst the din, Aria sits alone, her presence a striking contrast to her past self. A genuine, unforced laugh escapes her lips, a sound so bright it feels like a surprise. Her gaze is fixed on her tablet, a small private world, reflecting in her eyes. The light, authentic sound of her laughter cuts through the noise, a brief, unexpected melody. In a sunlit classroom, Aria sits upright, her posture radiating quiet confidence as a discussion unfolds around her. Her gaze remains steady, piercing through the academic formality, reflecting a deep conviction. Aria's voice rings clear and articulate, filling the space with an undeniable authority that silences all doubt. Her words flow not from a need for validation, but from an authentic belief in her own truth. The palpable conviction in her voice transcends mere academic grading, leaving a lasting impression. Aria walks across the sunlit school courtyard, a solitary figure amidst a vibrant blur of other students. The bright numbers of her peers still glow around her, but her gaze is steady, her spirit unbowed. No longer shrinking from perceived judgment, she moves with a newfound, quiet confidence. An inner strength radiates from Aria, a powerful shift in her demeanor, a silent triumph. In the soft glow of her bedroom, Aria hunches over her desk, her pencil dancing across paper, lost in intricate designs. She pauses, her gaze lifting to her own reflection in the mirror. Above her head, the stark, glowing zero hovers, a constant, silent judgment in the quiet room. Yet, a profound sense of peace washes over her, an unexpected calm in the face of the unforgiving number. Aria's eyes hold a newfound understanding, a quiet strength emerging. She realizes this number, while measuring attention, misses the true essence of courage, kindness, and truth. In Aria's dimly lit bedroom, A single ethereal digit 0 shimmers above her head, casting a soft glow. The 0, once a symbol of despair, now radiates a liberating emptiness, a profound shift in its meaning. Aria sits on her bed, her face illuminated by the soft light, a genuine, unburdened smile slowly forming. Her eyes, once shadowed with quiet despair, now gleam with a newfound understanding and serene contentment. The room, once a cold sanctuary of sorrow, transforms, embracing her with a newfound warmth and peace. Aria's smile widens, reflecting the quiet triumph of her spirit, radiating a profound sense of inner peace. Years later, Aria stands on a brightly lit stage, bathed in the sun's triumphant glow. The gold lettering of her diploma gleams, a testament to her arduous journey. Above her head, the persistent 0 still hovers, a stark, digital scar. Yet, Aria's posture is upright, her stride confident and purposefully defiant. A radiant smile lights up her face, speaking volumes of a meticulously rebuilt confidence. The audience offers polite applause, a gentle murmur in the vast, echoing space. Under the late afternoon sun, long shadows stretch across the podium as Chloe watches Aria cross the stage. A thoughtful expression graces Chloe's face, her eyes reflecting a hint of admiration for Aria's achievement. Jake, too, observes Aria, offering a subtle, respectful nod as she passes. The once overwhelming numbers still faintly hover, their power visibly diminished for some. The air hums with a quiet triumph, a testament to struggles overcome and futures beginning anew. In her dimly lit apartment, Aria sits, her gaze fixed on a holographic screen. A flustered news anchor reports on a nationwide system crash, his voice strained with urgency. Chaotic cityscapes flash across the screen, a visual symphony of panic and confusion unfolding. Aria watches the unfolding drama with an unnerving calm, a knowing look in her eyes. Her serene expression amidst the digital chaos hints at a deeper understanding, a secret held close. Aria sips from her mug, her eyes fixed on a screen displaying chaos, yet her expression remains utterly unfazed. She observes the unfolding pandemonium with a knowing calm, having long understood the fragility of attention-based systems. A quiet sense of vindication washes over her, a deep-seated truth confirming her intrinsic, immeasurable worth. Her gaze holds a profound understanding, a tranquil strength in the face of widespread digital collapse. Aria walks through the sun-drenched park, her face uplifted, basking in the warm glow. Children laugh and chase each other, their faces radiating pure joy, free from the burden of numbers. Aria watches them, a genuine, hopeful smile gracing her lips. She imagines a future unburdened, a world where laughter rings freely and numbers hold no sway. A younger Aria, just 13, sits amidst her classmates, the air thick with hushed anticipation. Suddenly, ethereal numbers flicker into existence above their heads, catching everyone's breath. Aria watches wide-eyed as the first few numbers solidify above her peers, a silent marvel unfolding. Then, above her own head, the number 6.5 gleams, a stark revelation in the quiet classroom. A palpable mix of excitement and anxiety washes over the room, a collective gasp of realization. This is the dawn of the system, a profound shift felt deeply by every soul present. The school hallway hums with the restless energy of teenagers, their faces bathed in the cold glow of phone screens. Hushed conversations ripple through the crowd, all revolving around the silent, digital scores displayed on their devices. A beaming student stands at the center of an admiring crowd, their high score a radiant beacon of triumph. Across the hall, another student, head bowed in shame, is conspicuously avoided, their low score a mark of utter disgrace. A heavy knot tightens in my stomach, already feeling the immense, suffocating pressure permeating this unforgiving environment. In Aria's chaotic bedroom, clothes spill from her bed as she stands before a mirror, her reflection a canvas for transformation. Her fingers, with practiced grace, adjust the fabric of a new outfit, a pose forming even before her phone is raised. The camera clicks, capturing a fleeting moment, which Aria meticulously reviews with a critical eye. Her brow furrows in deep concentration as she edits the image, adjusting filters, cropping, and brightening every detail. This is not self-expression, it is optimization, a relentless pursuit of perfection in every pixel. Her gaze falls upon the phone screen, where a stark 7 is prominently displayed, a silent, demanding number. In a bustling cafeteria, Aria, Chloe, and Jake are engrossed in their devices, screens illuminating their faces. Chloe's score gleams, a fraction higher than the others, drawing smiles and congratulations from passing students. A subtle pang of inadequacy brushes over Aria, despite her perfectly respectable score of 7.4. Her expression holds a complex mix of emotions as she watches the admiration showered upon Chloe. Aria walks alone across the vibrant school grounds, a sea of students performing for unseen numbers. Laughter echoes, a cacophony that feels a little too loud, a little too forced. Students strike meticulously crafted poses, each movement a performance for the digital gaze. Above each head, a digital score shimmers, a constant, glowing judgment in the bright daylight. The relentless pressure of performance hangs heavy in the air, a visible weight. A profound weariness settles deep within Aria, a heavy, unshakable cloak of silent despair. Sunlight streams through the high library windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air as Aria hunches over a textbook. Her phone vibrates, and a flicker of concern crosses her face as she sees a slight dip in a prominently displayed number. The constant pressure to maintain her score is a palpable weight, pulling her attention from the open textbook. With a soft, frustrated sigh, Aria flips her phone face down, trying to escape the digital tether. In the dim bedroom, Aria's face glows with the cold light of her phone, reflecting a world of curated perfection. Her thumb scrolls methodically, a hypnotic dance across the screen, revealing an endless stream of flawless lives. A profound sense of detachment settles over her, a growing chasm between her reality and the digital facade. Skepticism flickers in her eyes, questioning the glossy authenticity of every smiling face and perfect moment. Her once vibrant posts, now a fading memory, speak volumes of her dwindling enthusiasm for the online charade. The glow of the screen casts long shadows, mirroring the quiet disillusionment deepening within Aria. Sunlight streams through classroom windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air, a silent ballet in the quiet room. Mr. Harrison, his eyes kind but tired, gestures towards Aria, a sharp-looking student in the front row, poised and ready. Aria answers with unwavering confidence, a flicker of something unreadable crossing her calm face as Mr. Harrison nods briefly. Then Josh, with bright, eager eyes, offers a very similar answer, his voice resonating with youthful enthusiasm. Mr. Harrison's face lights up with a broader smile, offering effusive praise, a stark contrast to his earlier demeanor. Aria's gaze subtly shifts between Mr. Harrison and Josh, a quiet, unsettling realization dawning in her eyes. In her tidy room, Aria, though tired, attempts to conceal it while scrolling her phone, her attention clearly elsewhere. Mr. Mendoza and Miss Mendoza stand by the door, their faces etched with concern. Posters hint at Aria's former online life. Mr. Mendoza asks, "Aria, we've noticed you haven't been as active online lately. Everything all right?" Aria admits, "I'm just feeling a bit disconnected," as her parents exchange a worried glance. Golden morning sun streams through the school hallway, illuminating dancing dust motes and a scene of casual cruelty. A cluster of laughing students encircles Mark, his shoulders slumped in defeat, a low score clutched in his hand. Aria, a keen intellect, walks past, a sharp pang of empathy twisting in her gut for Mark. A familiar knot of dread tightens in Aria's stomach, recognizing the pain of Mark's public ridicule. Her empathy is swiftly overshadowed by a cold, insidious fear of becoming like him, exposed and vulnerable. In her dimly lit bedroom, Aria's face is bathed in the ethereal glow of her phone screen. Her fingers dance across the screen, swiftly erasing old posts, each tap a quiet act of liberation. A subtle, profound sense of relief washes over her, replacing her usual digital anxiety. Her follower count dips, a minor tremor she barely registers, lost in her newfound defiance. A silent rebellion begins to stir within her, a powerful, unspoken challenge to the digital world. Her eyes, once shadowed by anxiety, now gleam with a quiet, fierce determination. In a bustling classroom, Aria's phone vibrates, a stark, urgent system alert disrupting the mundane. Her eyes widen, her face draining of color as she stares at the alarming data on the screen. The initial plummet of a graph sends a chilling dread through her. The low murmur of classmates and the teacher's distant lecture fade into an indistinct hum. Her focus narrows solely on the terrifying, plummeting data, lost to the world around her. Aria steps from the classroom into the hallway, her eyes immediately drawn to the main screen, a silent magnet of fate. On the screen, the stark absolute number 0 blazes, a chilling verdict that freezes her breath. Her heart thunders in her chest, each beat a deafening drum against the sudden, profound silence. The vibrant world around her dissolves into a muted, desolate gray, as if life itself has drained from the scene. Time itself seems to stretch and distort, each second an eternity in the wake of the devastating revelation. Aria stands alone, the weight of the number pressing down, her spirit sinking into an abyss of despair. The cafeteria hums with a cacophony of lunchtime chatter, a stark contrast to the eerie silence at Aria's table. Aria sits alone, her gaze sweeping across the bustling room, a silent plea in her eyes. Students, once her friends, avert their eyes, making deliberate detours to avoid her solitary space. Empty seats around her form a stark, physical void, a chilling manifestation of her digital score. A profound loneliness washes over Aria, the invisible weight of her 0 score pressing down with crushing force. Aria, book in hand, approaches the self-checkout, her face a mask of hopeful anticipation. She scans the book, but the screen flashes a stark red error message, mocking her efforts. Miss Jenkins, the librarian, watches from behind the counter, her expression a mix of sympathy and helplessness. She offers a small, defeated shrug, indicating the automated system's unyielding power. The library's quiet hum seems to amplify Aria's silent frustration as the machine stands triumphant. The gymnasium hums, with the electric energy of a team sport, the air thick with anticipation. Aria, her brow furrowed in fierce concentration, positions herself, arms outstretched, ready for the crucial pass. Her teammates, their jerseys glowing with digital numbers, move with an almost ethereal, practiced ease. Number 87 catches the ball, but despite Aria's clear opening, she whips it to 92, bypassing Aria completely. Aria's shoulders slump with a flicker of disappointment, but she quickly recovers, moving to another open space. Again, the ball is passed around her, a silent, chilling agreement among the glowing figures to exclude her. In her bedroom, Aria stares at her reflection, an eerie glow from a screen illuminating her face. The screen beside her displays a stark 0, casting a pallor on her features. Tears well in her eyes, reflecting the mocking 0, a symbol of profound worthlessness. Her gaze is fixed on the number, a harsh reminder of her new, agonizing status. The 0 seems to mock her, a constant, crushing reminder of her shattered self-worth. In her bedroom, Aria scrolls through old photos on her phone, her thumb moving slowly over images of happier times. Her face, illuminated by the screen's glow, reflects a deep sadness, a stark contrast to the joy in the pictures. The memory of what her number once represented is crushing, a heavy weight in the silence of her room. She closes her eyes, a silent, desperate wish for the number to simply disappear hanging in the air. Aria's eyes flutter open to the morning light, her spirit still heavy with despair's embrace. She rises slowly, a flicker of defiance igniting within her as she dresses, a tiny, almost imperceptible spark. A strange calm washes over Aria, an unsettling peace in her eyes. Aria considers the thought, if she's a 0, what more can they take? What more does she have to lose? Aria steps through the school doors, her eyes ablaze with an inner light, a newfound confidence radiating from her. Instead of shrinking, she squares her shoulders, projecting an unexpected resolve that transforms her presence. Her gaze meets Mr. Davis's, a small, polite nod acknowledging him with unwavering composure. Mr. Davis, visibly taken aback, watches her with a surprised expression as she passes. In a history classroom, Mr. Harrison scans his students, his gaze heavy with expectation. He poses a complex question, its weight hanging in the air like an unspoken challenge. A beat of silence stretches, the classroom holding its breath, no one daring to answer. Aria's hand shoots up, her expression calm and assured, a silent beacon of confidence. Her unwavering gaze meets his, radiating a deep, intrinsic understanding of the subject. In a history class, Mr. Harrison hesitates, then calls on Aria, a silent challenge in his eyes. Aria responds, her voice clear and insightful, filling the room with a sudden, profound silence. The classroom holds its breath, captivated by Aria's articulate words, a rare moment of genuine attention. Chloe watches, a flicker of deep impression crossing her face, her gaze fixed on Aria. The air crackles with the aftermath of Aria's powerful answer, leaving an undeniable mark on everyone present. In the quiet hallway, Leo approaches Aria, his internal struggle visible in his fluctuating score. His anxiety, though lessened, still clings to him as he seeks Aria's quiet strength. He is drawn to her, a silent plea for guidance in his eyes. A whisper escapes his lips, revealing a raw vulnerability. His score, a visible symbol of his turmoil, continues its downward spiral. He looks at Aria, his voice barely audible. "My score's dropping. What do I do?" In the hallway, Aria meets Leo's gaze, her expression softening with a silent understanding. No words are needed as the air between them thickens, heavy with unspoken empathy. A profound connection forms, bridging the gap between their shared experiences. Aria's voice is a gentle affirmation. It did. In the hallway, Aria's smile is genuinely warm, a radiant glow illuminating her face as she speaks of her transformation. Leo looks at her, a glimmer of profound understanding dawning in his eyes. The weight of his own number, a burden he once carried, seems to dissipate in her presence. Aria's voice, soft yet resolute, cuts through the stillness. "I stopped letting it decide who I was." Her words hang in the air, a testament to her newfound freedom, resonating deeply within Leo. Under the hum of fluorescent lights, Aria is lost in a physical book, its worn pages a sanctuary in the bustling cafeteria. Her fingers delicately trace the lines, a silent communion with the words, her world momentarily narrowed to the page. A soft, uninhibited chuckle escapes her lips, a genuine sound that doesn't seek validation or attention. It's a private moment of pure joy, a brief, beautiful rebellion against the constant digital hum of the modern world. Her eyes sparkle with quiet amusement, a testament to the power of stories to transport and transform. Amidst the noise, Aria finds solace, her face illuminated by the pale glow and the quiet triumph of her own inner world. Late afternoon sunbeams pierce the classroom, illuminating dust motes as Aria animatedly gestures, her eyes alight with enthusiasm. Her peers, initially skeptical, lean in, their expressions shifting from polite indifference to genuine interest as her ideas unfold. They nod and offer their own thoughts, clearly captivated by the depth and thoughtfulness of Aria's contributions. Aria's academic score of 0 becomes utterly irrelevant, melting away in the face of her insightful and engaging input. Aria steps into the sun-drenched school courtyard, a gentle warmth gracing her face. Her eyes catch a tiny bird, trembling and struggling on the unforgiving ground. Aria kneels, her movements tender, as she carefully extends a hand to the distressed creature. A profound, quiet empathy radiates from her as she cradles the fragile life. This small act of kindness, unnoticed by algorithms, resonates with timeless grace. In the soft glow of a bedside lamp, Aria sits on her bed, a worn leather journal open before her, a private world unfolding. Her pen glides across the page, a quiet intensity in her eyes as she crafts her own narrative. This serene moment is a stark contrast to the performative posts that once dominated her life. She finds solace in the honest act of self-reflection, her true self emerging from the shadows. In her bedroom, Aria gazes at her reflection, not with judgment, but with quiet acceptance. Her face, once a source of pain, now appears as a blank canvas, an empty space ready for her to define. A newfound serenity radiates from her, filling the room with a calm, peaceful aura. The soft light bathes her, highlighting the gentle contours of her expression. She stands before the mirror, a testament to her quiet strength and self-acceptance. Under the bright sun, a sea of graduates in caps and gowns fills the air with anticipation. Among the crowd, Aria stands out, her gaze calm and her presence radiating a quiet strength. While others clutch their high GPAs, Aria's 0 gigapascals is a silent rebellion, a badge of her unique path. Her eyes hold a serene confidence, a stark contrast to the anxious faces around her. Aria moves with an unburdened spirit, comfortable in her own skin, free from the need for external validation. She smiles softly, a woman at peace with her choices, ready to embrace a future on her own terms. Chloe, her face alight with a genuine smile, approaches Aria amidst the celebratory chaos of the graduation ceremony. Their eyes meet, a silent understanding passing between them, filled with shared memories and unspoken triumphs. They embrace, a brief yet profound hug that speaks volumes of their journey and mutual respect. Chloe pulls back slightly, her gaze earnest as she begins to speak, a heartfelt confession on her lips. "You know, I always admired how you handled it," Chloe says, her voice soft but filled with genuine admiration. The television screen flickers, casting an eerie glow across Aria's apartment, a beacon of unfolding chaos. A news report flashes, detailing the algorithm's catastrophic crash and the ensuing societal disarray. Experts on screen appear baffled, their voices laced with confusion as they struggle to explain the global meltdown. Aria watches, her face illuminated by the harsh, flickering light of the television. Her expression remains unnervingly calm, almost serene, as if she anticipated this very outcome. A faint, knowing smile plays on her lips, a silent testament to her foresight amidst the world's turmoil. Aria, her face illuminated by the holographic screen, her expression a mix of contemplation and weariness. With a decisive motion, Aria reaches out and deactivates the holographic screen, its vibrant digital images vanishing instantly. The room is plunged into a sudden, peaceful silence, a stark contrast to the buzzing digital world that just faded. Aria watches the lingering light fade, a deep sense of relief washing over her as the last glow disappears. The absence of the complex algorithm, both visually and emotionally, settles over her like a comforting blanket. A profound sense of peace emanates from Aria, her shoulders relaxing, a soft smile gracing her lips. Years later, the city street pulses with a vibrant energy, a noticeable lightness in the steps of its inhabitants. No longer are glowing numbers hovering above heads, a stark absence that reshapes every interaction. The atmosphere feels profoundly different, less strained, more genuinely interactive and alive. People truly engage, their gazes meeting with authentic connection, freed from the burden of judging scores. Aria sits at an outdoor cafe, the aroma of coffee mingling with the crisp daylight as she savors a quiet moment. Her eyes, alight with curiosity, scan the vibrant tapestry of human interactions unfolding around her. She notices a subtle, enchanting shift in the air, a profound sense of genuine human connection. Laughter echoes, conversations flow freely, a symphony of voices untainted by the digital world's constant scrutiny. Aria smiles, a silent acknowledgement of the beauty in these unscripted, unfiltered moments of life. Sunlight dapples through the lush trees, painting a vibrant university campus in golden hues. Aria, a university student, stands confidently before her peers, her posture radiating self-assurance. She gestures animatedly, her words articulate as she presents a project, captivating her audience. Her ideas clearly resonate, reflected in the rapt expressions of understanding and agreement on their faces. Their valuing of her intelligence, not external scores, is palpable in the air. Aria thrives in this stimulating environment, her spirit alight with intellectual passion. The community center hums with the soft chatter of children and the gentle rustle of turning pages, a haven of quiet learning. Aria leans in, her head close to a younger student, pointing to a problem with warm, encouraging eyes. Her genuine smile melts away the student's frustration, replaced by a dawning understanding in their eyes. No phone, no recording, just pure, unadulterated compassion radiating from Aria, a beacon of selfless guidance. Sunlight filters through the verdant leaves, dappling the park path as Aria walks, a serene smile gracing her lips. Beside her, Leo, now a young adult, radiates a newfound confidence, his posture strong and assured. He turns to Aria, his eyes bright with a genuine smile that speaks volumes of his journey. His voice, filled with triumph, declares, "You were right, Aria. It really is freeing." In the vibrant park, Aria smiles back at Leo, her eyes sparkling with joy and genuine connection. Their conversation flows effortlessly, weaving through shared experiences and personal growth. The bright sun illuminates their faces, highlighting the profound bond they share. Aria's laughter rings out, a melody of happiness carried on the gentle breeze. Leo's gaze meets hers, a silent understanding passing between them, full of warmth and affection. In her apartment, Aria sits alone in the dim lamplight, a silent observer of her own past. She clutches an old, faded high school photograph, its edges softened by time and touch. A younger Aria smiles from the photo, yet a stark 7.4 is etched onto her forehead, a brand of her past. Her gaze drifts to a more recent photograph, impeccably framed and prominently displayed. On the newer image, the space on Aria's forehead is conspicuously blank, a stark, silent contrast. The absence of a number speaks volumes, a profound transformation silently etched in time. Aria stands tall on a rooftop, the vast city skyline sprawling before her as the sun begins its dramatic descent. The sky ignites in a blaze of fiery hues, painting a breathtaking canvas above the bustling metropolis. Below, the city awakens with a vibrant tapestry of lights, a living, breathing entity stretching into the horizon. Aria takes a deep, fortifying breath, her chest swelling with a profound sense of liberation and inner peace. A quiet, powerful sense of freedom emanates from her, a radiant glow against the fading light. Her journey, from digital obscurity to undeniable self-worth, culminates in this triumphant moment.